Good afternoon from Julia Carroll and my 2026 weight loss journey. Today is, what are we, the 8th maybe? I think it's the 8th, May 8th. So I don't know how many days it's been, 120 plus, something like that. I haven't done a video in a week, so how are things going? How's the food going? Well, I'm pleased to say I'm not gaining weight. I think I gained like a pound since May 1st, which, a pound's not bad, but I have to be careful. I find myself struggling with food. I haven't struggled like this for a while. Food is very unappetizing. That's a good problem to have, but a bad problem, because real food, good for you food, is completely unappetizing. Junk food, on the other hand, is deeply appealing. I have not given into it, with the possible exception the other day, I did buy myself a roast beef and cheddar sandwich on Dutch crust bread. I did get one of the small little bags of Pirate's Booty, and for the first time in a long time, I allowed myself a York peppermint patty. Now I recorded all of this. I haven't taken my glucose or my ketones for a while. This was about 2 days ago, so I'm sure I'm not in ketosis. It didn't cause any real haywireness, but I'm struggling with eating. I'm struggling with eating real food, junk food. I want, yes, all the time. I'm not doing it because I know once I open that door, the door is blocking a flood, a tidal wave. So it's not like I can open it and in will trickle just, a little bag of M&Ms or a small scoop of ice cream. Oh, that would not be the flood that came in. It would be a gallon of ice cream. It would be 2 or 3 bags of chips. It would be M&Ms, Milk Duds, Milky Ways. All of it, multiple days in a row. So I know this about myself. So it's not a flood. It's not a door I can open. And I have it closed again. But boy, is it difficult, because I have some frozen chicken. Well, it's thawed now. I had pre-cooked some chicken, marinated it in some of my own stuff, well, not this particular chicken breast, but I marinated it in lemon, a little bit of basil, which was my basil I grew from the garden. I just don't want to eat it. It's sitting there and I'm like, yeah, I should eat that. I don't want to eat it. The only thing I want to eat right now, which is not a terrible thing, rotisserie chicken. I live near a Rayleigh's. I want rotisserie chicken. And I want that fresh express Caesar bacon salad. That's all I want to eat, is just rotisserie chicken. Literally, I'm such that I could open that rotisserie chicken and just rip off the breasts and eat the breasts and be like, I'll just eat the meat. So I'm kind of going with that because, number one, I think the problem is I don't really particularly like my frozen chicken. So I have to figure out a new way to cook it. I've been thinking of getting some marinades because, left to my own devices, I do not make good food. It's boring. So I've been kind of struggling with that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm getting together with a friend tomorrow, kind of as our Mother's Day celebration. Her mom's deceased, my mother's deceased. Although she herself is a mother, she's not really in contact with her kids too much. So I'm like, well, why don't we go to breakfast? So we're going to go to IHOP. And yes, I am going to have pancakes. I've purposed in my mind I'm going to have 2 eggs, 1 or 2 of the ham patties, and then 2 buttermilk biscuits. And just a little butter. I don't put syrup on my pancakes, not biscuits, pancakes. Well done. I do not put syrup on it. I just eat butter on it. That's what I'm purposed. I'm not going to have the hash browns. I don't need that. I don't want sliced tomatoes either. No need for that. I just want the meat and the 2 pancakes. Well done, buttermilk. So that's sort of, I might bring my own, just a little bit of cinnamon. Just a little bit of cinnamon to sprinkle on top, because I do kind of like a cinnamon pancake. I'm kind of into that. My father used to make these wonderful cinnamon and oatmeal waffles. He could have made pancakes out of them. He just made waffles, but oh, they were good. I miss them. Stuff like that makes me miss my dad, because my dad and I would go to IHOP quite frequently. We'd eat early, about this time. It's about 4:30, almost 5 o'clock. No, it's actually after 5 o'clock. It's about 5:15, 5:20 on a Friday. And we'd go to IHOP and get the senior special. So I miss him. But food has been a struggle. Exercising has been a struggle. I'm still a little depressed. Not a little, a lot. And the depression has sort of led to some agoraphobia issues. I've never been diagnosed with agoraphobia, but I definitely have social anxiety where I like to stay in my home and I don't like to leave it. And if I do leave, I really do not like big social gatherings. Church has always been somewhat problematic because there's a lot of people, and I'm like, too many of you people. Fortunately, I go to a church. Now, I know there are a lot of people that don't like this, but I'm somebody, I don't want people to come up to me. I don't want them to say, hi, how are you? We're so glad you're here. I'm like, you can tell me that, but don't talk to me. Don't try and hug me. Don't try and shake my hand. Just let me walk away, please. I just to go is a feat in and of itself. So, but even I'll admit it's gotten to very not great levels. And I've always been slightly agoraphobic. So with my dad dying, it's just ratcheted up quite a bit. In fact, I still don't want to go to Hawaii. Even though I told my brother I wouldn't cancel yet, I'm still not going to cancel. But by golly, man, I just don't want to go. And I just don't want to go to Hawaii this year. Maybe ever. I used to really love traveling a ton. I used to travel a lot. And I haven't wanted to do any significant traveling for years. Of course, we had COVID in 2020, so that shut down everything for a long time. And I didn't do any traveling from October of 2019 to October of 2023. I went nowhere for 4 years. And so then I took a little trip in 2023, and then I went on a little cruise in 2024. And I haven't done a cruise since September of 2024. I've done so much traveling that it's almost like the travel bug is out of me, out of my system. Now I just I really have no interest in traveling anymore. It feels very much been there, done that. Because I can't think of a place that I really want to go that I've never been. I have done multiple cruises. I've been to the Caribbean. I have been to Australia. I've been to New Zealand. I have been somewhat on the East Coast. I have gone to Europe. I've been to Germany. I've seen Neuschwanstein Castle. I've gone to Maui, Hawaii. I've, gone to San Juan, Puerto Rico on a cruise. I have been blessed, very blessed to have been able to go on many wonderful vacations. And I would do cruises every couple of years. I've been to Alaska twice. I did a fall colors tour about 13 years ago and went to Boston. Loved the city of Boston. And seeing Paul Revere and the walk you can take around Boston, it was wonderful. And I have been so many wonderful places, but I do find myself now just like, been there, done that, don't want to do it again. Because some of the problem is I'm by myself during the traveling, and that gets old fast. And I can do it, and I'm perfectly fine being by myself. Which is a good thing because I don't have a lot of friends to go with. But I've also discovered I am not a very good travel companion. I don't really like, because I am so introspective that people like to talk, and I don't really like to. I like silence. So when you're on a vacation with somebody else, they generally want to talk. And I'm like, oh God. So it's difficult for me to be on vacation with somebody else. So I'm just in that place where I don't really want to go anywhere. I'm quite content to stay at my home. Maybe all my future vacation money I could pour into things like, fixing my house up better the way I want. Maybe I'll hire somebody to clean it, really deep clean it, since I'm not a very good cleaner. Fix my back patio so it looks like a wonderful little oasis, I don't know. I'm kind of struggling. I'm struggling this year. And my dad dying did not help anything. And, my relationship with Jesus, I don't feel is particularly great. I'm trying to, I'm just all over the place. My mind is all over the place. Maybe it's just more grief than I'm anticipating or understand, because I'm still struggling, and I don't know. I'm still struggling. But I have no plans to do anything weird. I have no plans to give in to my desire to compulsively binge eat, because I know that won't serve any purpose. It just fills a desire for 5 minutes, but then I'll literally hate myself after. It's not worth that. It's not worth it. So as much as I might like chocolate, ice cream, cookies, candies, they're not worth that. It's just not worth it. I just have to find something that is worth my time. I'm struggling with that. Well, this is a depressing video. But, my 2026 weight loss journey, it's not going to be everything great, rah, sunshine, everything's wonderful, roses. Sometimes it's not so wonderful roses. Sometimes it's painful. And that's something you just have to, walk through, live through. It's entirely possible this time next year I'll be like, hey, sun shines and roses. Things are better. I've lost some weight. I feel much better. Things are popping up roses for me, and I do want to go on vacation. I do want to go to Hawaii. Maybe I will. Maybe I should push off Hawaii for, 6 months. Instead of going in November, maybe go April of next year for my birthday, 55th birthday, no less. Might be kind of fun. But it won't be the coffee festival, which, no big deal. I am only going to Kona around the coffee festival because I want to see the coffee plantations. But they have them year round. You can go anytime. So I might do that. Anyway, I haven't given in to compulsive binge eating. I'm still walking. I'm still doing what I ought to do. It's just, it's not easy. It's difficult. But anything worthwhile is difficult. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now because I'm going to do a little Bible study. Hopefully that will help. So this is Julia Carroll signing off from my 2026 weight loss journey. Take care. Bye-bye.